Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the DQS Solutions and Staffing 250 at Michigan International Speedway. Race 13 for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series in 2025. This is the last of the consecutive races for the Truck Series before they start having a couple weeks off between some of them, because there are only 6 races left in the regular season, and they don't start their playoffs until August, I think. Yeah, right at the end of August. So they got 3 months to get that done. They'll get a few off weeks in the meantime. But this is the last of the consecutive stretch that began at Texas. So Texas, Kansas, North Wilkesboro, Charlotte, Nashville, Michigan. 6 races in a row. It's the first of the 2 big speedways. They'll be back at Pocono in 2 weeks for the other big speedway on the calendar. And it's just the first time the trucks have been back here since 2020, when Zane Smith won what was thought to be, I guess, then the final truck race at Michigan. I don't know if they knew it was going to be the last race at Michigan at the time, but that's what it was. Until now, we have no prior Michigan winners in the field, which is going to be interesting. See if someone who's going to get their first win in the Irish Hills. And in addition to that, Luke Fenhaus, running most of the races in the 66 for Thor Sport Racing, scored his first career Truck Series pole. Now, the races is the second of 3 races this year that will be on Big Fox. Actually, so they'll also be on Fox when they go to Lime Rock in 3 weeks. So the last race of June. So, looking forward to that. Especially because, again, that's about as close as you can get to my home track, besides maybe Pocono. Just waiting for the coverage to start on DD12. That's not working. I guess going to Aces Tribs.
And that is the perfect setup for this Truck Series race. And we're so happy to have you on this Saturday afternoon. I'm Jamie Little, joined by Regan Smith.
Jamie Little, Regan Smith, Michael Waltrip on the call.
Boys, that we have today, from our truck regulars to 3 Cup stars, Regan, that we see on Sundays.
How exciting, Jamie. We've got Corey Heim, one of our truck regulars. 4 wins this season already, been dominant much of the season this year so far. Lane Riggs has been challenging Corey Heim, looking to get his first win of the year. Maybe it happens today. How about Raja Caruth? Raja Caruth last week upsets Corey Heim, drives a perfect race, gets his first win of the season. Or maybe it's somebody like Chandler Smith with 2 wins on the year already. These guys have been great, but if they're going to win today, they got to find a way to beat Carson Hocevar, a guy who finished 2nd at Nashville in the Cup Series race last week, or maybe Ross Chastain 2 weeks ago, winner of the Coke 600. Michael, this is going to be fun today.
Well, the star of this show might just be the racetrack itself. It is so
now
racy
the leaderboard is all kinds of screwed up. I don't know why the leaderboard is all screwed up, but it just is.
That means drafting is going to come into play. And if you're Ross Chastain, who qualified 26, or say you're Chandler Smith, who's starting on the back row, you hope there's drafting involved, and you hope you can use the air off those other trucks to race your way forward.
So
several of the guys, and they are as excited as Regan and I are about this event today. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to watch them crank them up and get going here in Michigan.
High speed, so much entertainment. You guys just set the field perfectly. But you did mention Ross Chastain. What a couple of weeks.
So, I mean, hopefully this fixes by the time the race starts.
600, the crown jewel goes out patiently, picks them off one at a time, guys, and he gets it done and gets the win.
This move that was amazing. The way he was able to take control of that race so late in the going. We thought William Byron was the winner. Didn't work out that way.
And Ross had to come all the way from the back. Jamie Heat, he's got to do it again today, too.
Look at that, the watermelon smash. Perhaps we'll see a watermelon smash today. Let's get his thoughts. He's with Josh Sims.
I'm sure watching that video never gets old for Ross Chastain, celebrating that Coke 600 victory. You were in the truck as well that weekend, finished runner-up. So I know you'd like a little get back and to come here to Michigan and finish 1 spot better.
Yeah, Josh, it's been a great two races so far with this Nice equipment Chevy. Today to have all the partners on with JF Electric, DQS, and Precision on. This is a big race for Nice as a whole. Al's here, Josh is here.
All
as well.
three
so,
of the Nice
this
trucks
is cool.
have a combination
That's why I wanted to run this race
sponsor
with them, and, not
of
qualify,
all of
didn't
the main
start on starting
sponsors:
when we wanted
Autoventive,
to, but,
Precision,
I feel like we have a lot of grip
DQS
on the truck,
Logistics,
so
Mass
if I
Dowell
can find some clean air,
Technologies.
it's going to be really tough. We'll take all day and try to get to the front.
So
Where were you able to learn about this
three
place
very
yesterday
pretty
with
cars.
the truck? Because you
Trucks.
haven't been back here since 2019. When you were on the pole and had an unfortunate mishap on pit road, not to bring that up, what'd you learn about it?
You know, thinking back to that, I've watched that race still back, but I got to where we crashed. I didn't even want to see the replay. It's something I wanted to block out because it's such a silly wreck on pit road that we had here. Yeah, yesterday with the 50 minutes, I mean, it wasn't ideal because we only had one set of tires, so I think we had 5 cycles on them by the end. So really for these Goodyear Eagles, they have a memory. And when you constantly heat them up, cool them down, back and forth, they're going to repeat themselves. So would have liked to have had a second set, but in the almighty name of the dollar, we saved a few bucks, and everybody was in the same boat. So now we go race. This is when we really learn. And with Brandon McReynolds on the roof, hope he's got a second battery. Going to be a lot of spotting today.
Thanks and good luck today, Ross. Jamie?
Yeah, good to hear. He does have Brandon McReynolds, his cup spotter, who usually doesn't spot for him in the truck series. But I love that Ross doesn't forget where he came from. He loves Nice Motorsports, loves any opportunity that he has to come back here and run and go for the win.
Well, I told you earlier, drafting track, right? That was one of his points. Our spotter is going to be very important today. These guys, Jamie, are going to be squeezing into holes that you can't really see that are there yet, but when they do it. So just going to be a wild race, and I'm glad Ross is here, man. He won the crown jewel in the Coke 600, but yet he still loves racing for Al Nice.
By the way,
and I love the truck
5
series.
drivers
It just
have
means a
won
lot
this
to me when these
season.
Cup stars come down
In the
compete.
truck
You
series.
mentioned
Well,
tires as
5
well, right?
full-time
And
drivers
there's a
have
high-
won the season in the truck series. It was Kyle Larson won the truck race at Homestead. Kyle Busch won the truck race at Atlanta. Oh, sorry, they're not even full-time drivers. What the hell? I'm thinking of the overall drivers. Anyway, 3 full-time drivers have won 1 race. Daniel Hemrick won at Martinsville. Tyler Ankrum won at Rockingham. Raja Caruth won at Nashville. 1 driver has won 2 races. Full-time drivers won 2 races. Chandler Smith won at Bristol and North Wilkesboro. And Corey Heim, he's won 4 races. Daytona, Las Vegas, Texas, Charlotte. Yes. With Cup drivers having won the other however many. Hocevar won at Kansas. 4, 2, 1, 1, 1. Kyle Busch won in Atlanta. Laura Larson won at Homestead. So we've had 8 winners in 12 points paying race. Yes. 8 winners and 12 points paying races. Let's see if we can get number 9 on the season. We're halfway to the season record, to the series record for most wins for most different winners in a season. That 16 winners in 2012. So that was 16 winners and I think 23 races. We have 25 races this year. So that would be a good opportunity to really match it. More importantly, there are 6 races to go. There are 5 spots left for winners in the playoffs. So this is crunch time for them. The last third of the regular season. Let's looking at the point standings as they are. There's not really a bubble. If you're going to, unless the driver on the bottom end of the top 10 has a collapse, it's going to take a month. Unless there's a collapse by someone on the bottom end of the top 10, someone is going to have to win a race. 11th place in points, Gio Ruggiero, the highest running rookie, is 48 behind 9th place Ty Majeski. That's how far behind some of these drivers are. Not saying you can't make up 48 points or slightly more in 6 races. It's just a Herculean task. The 3 drivers who I think I can do it are the ones that are 11th, 12th, and 13th. Gio Ruggiero, who is 48 behind, Stuart Friesen, who is 49 behind, and Ben Rhodes, who is 51 behind. They'd catch up on one of 2 drivers, Ty Majeski, who is 48 to the good, or Jake Garcia, who is 51 to the good. Now, if someone below the cut line won, that shifts it up, and all of a sudden you have Jake Garcia and Ty Majeski battling for a playoff position. So, It's just a change in the dynamics.
Blessing on, and we thank all those that make this wonderful weekend possible. We thank you for the incredible fans gathered here this afternoon as well. And we ask your blessing on the servicemen and women who keep us safe each and every day. Bring them home to us soon. And we ask that you keep our drivers and team safe as they compete for us today. We ask all these things with great faith, hope, and love. Amen.
Here to perform the Canadian anthem, please welcome Michigan International Speedway's own Lisa Bascom.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome the Airport High School Band.
Let me see if DD12 is working again. There we go.
Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, it's behind. I don't care.
Well done.
Oh, never mind. So no, it's ahead. Anyway, so they did the anthem. I probably started a little earlier than I needed to, but hey. What else to talk about? Driver of the top 10 in points right now in the Truck Series. Why don't I run through that? The current grid, the provisional playoff grid, as it were. Corey Heim, no shocker, has his 4 wins and is the points leader. Over 120 points ahead, so over 2 races ahead of second place, Daniel Hemrick, who's his win. Chandler Smith is 3rd in points with his 2 wins. 4th in points is Tyler Ankrum with his 1 win. 5th place, Grant Enfinger in the CR7 number 9. 6th is Lane Riggs, teammate to Chandler Smith. 7th, Caden Honeycutt, the shining star of Nice Motorsports. 8th, Jake Garcia, Thor Sports' only top 10 driver. That's, well, the Thor Sports' best driver at the moment. 9th, Ty Majeski, the defending champion. And 10th, with his win, Raja Karuth. And he is 10th in points. He's not on the bottom just because he has a win. Well, here's hoping that NASCAR fixes its leaderboard soon, because I don't want to. It's just incomprehensible. It's not. I can't. Incomprehensible, is that the word?
Meetings. This year has started off. Everything, really. Can I squeeze in the middle here? Sorry. But really, super stoked to have him here. Morgan and Morgan and Munis, America's largest injury law firm. Applebee's All You Can Eat is back.
Okay, let's see. So they got AirPlay working again. on DD12.
Or I can do something about it. New Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula works safely and naturally with a custom blend of
Garlic?
vitamins and minerals. And it's odor
Oh my god.
I'm taking
Garlic pills.
Welcome to Truck Country. Welcome.
Now if I could just make sure this fucking leaderboard is not crapping out again.
And a family to keep my eye on is two-time champion of the series, Ben Rhodes. And here comes Ben Rhodes to the 99.
He's never won at Michigan, so I don't know what this is about.
What a run. This kid's good everywhere he goes.
He's 13th in points. This makes it even more bizarre to talk about.
Truck Series champions had a tough go of it lately. 4 straight races outside the top 10. And then yesterday in practice had an issue coming off turn 2. Right there in the back of his shot.
Flat tire hits the wall. It looks cloudy. Thing is, wait, you have the images from practice? The practice that wasn't televised? Come on!
Well, Ben, unfortunately, yesterday your practice session gets cut short about 3 laps into a 50-minute session of practice. So, how are you feeling going into this race, not getting the practice you wanted as you try and turn things around for your season?
Yeah, it's tough. We don't get very many of those practice sessions, so we really wanted to utilize that. But it's okay. I mean, we did the best we could with adjustments, but mainly it was just all about getting our Bomberito Ford F-150s repaired yesterday. So it's back to one piece, qualified 9th, and, you know, hopefully we got a good piece under us for the race.
Good luck, Ben.
Well, Regan, Michael, what do you think? His chances are today. I know they got that hiccup out of the way, and the truck is all good and ready to go now.
Well, I think the good news for Ben is he's still in the primary truck, right? We saw that contact with the wall. Wasn't too severe to where they had to go to a backup truck. So that's the good news. The bad news is obviously he didn't get to learn what he wants to learn out of it. But Ben Rhodes is a champion for a reason, Michael. And it's because when he's in moments of adversity, he can step up and find a way to get it done.
And what a strong qualifying session it was for his teammates, too. That those practices yesterday were very valuable for this organization. So they will share those notes. Everybody's going to know what each other has, and that'll help Ben.
Well, right now, I told you, he's had a 4-week stretch outside the top 10, so that has him below the cut line. You see Ben Rhodes down there, 51 points back. But, guys, look who's above, at, and below. Some big names.
Definitely some big names, and got to be a little worried, right? Roger Caruth wins last week, and all of a sudden that cut line got worse. A lot of the guys below the cut line in a must-win now.
And I believe all 4 of those guys you see below that yellow line could win this race today. This playoff picture is going to be shuffled up quite a lot throughout the summer months.
And the best of those drivers starting today, Ty Majeski will roll off 6th, though had a good qualifying effort. Well, it's time now to go trackside again, this time to Fire Engines.
Michigan International Speedway. Give a big NASCAR welcome to River Rouge alum and there's Michigan State football wide receiver Nick Barnes and the president of DQS, Michael Gorno. They're here today to say the most famous words in motorsports. Take it away. Go green! Go green! The moment you all been waiting for. Drivers, start your engine!
32 engines are fired. We'll drop the green flag from Michigan. Coming up next.
I've always been an active person. Yoga is a big part of who I am. I love how it makes me feel.
All right.
But not long ago,
Anyway, the command has been given. 32 trucks ready to hit the track. Here's today's starting lineup. Starting 32nd, driving the number 2 Allrose Steel Ford for Rewan Brothers Racing. 32 years old from Grass Lake, Michigan, Morgan Baird. Starting 31st, driving the number 38 Long John Silver's Ford for Front Row Motorsports. 22 years old from Talking Rock, Georgia, Chandler Smith. Starting 30th, driving the number 6 Middle Department Inspection Agency Inc. Chevrolet for Norm Benning Racing. 73 years old from Level Green, Pennsylvania, Norm Benning. Starting 29th, driving the number 76 Tohatsu Chevrolet for Freedom Racing Enterprises. 29 years old from Crevecoeur, Missouri, Spencer Boyd. Starting 28th, driving the number 02 RCA Sonesta Chevrolet for Young's Motorsports. 25 years old from Litchfield Park, Arizona, Nathan Bird. Starting 27th, driving the number 5 Coach Toyota for Tricon Garage. 25 years old from Hillsborough, California, Tony Breidinger. The first of the six rookies. Starting 26th, driving the number 44 Nice Chevrolet for Nice Motorsports. 32 years old from Alva, Florida, Ross Chastain. Starting 25th, driving the number 33 Morgan & Morgan Ford for Rium Brothers Racing. 39 years old from Scottsdale, Arizona, Frankie Muniz, the second rookie. Starting 24th, driving the number 07 Gamebridge Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports. 33 years old from Concord, North Carolina, Corey LaJoy. Starting 23rd, driving the number 15 Place of Hope Toyota for Tricon Garage. 26 years old from Artesia, New Mexico, Tanner Gray. Starting 22nd, driving the number 42 JF Electric Chevrolet for Nice Motorsports. 28 years old from Lynchburg, Virginia, Matt Mills. Starting 21st, driving the number 22 Ariel Titans Ford for Rium Brothers Racing. 34 years old from Redlands, California, Josh Rium. Starting 20th, driving the number 17 JBL Toyota for Tricon Garage. 18 years old from Seekonk, Massachusetts, Gio Ruggiero, the third rookie in the field. Starting 19th, driving the number 1 Auto Parkit Toyota for Tricon Garage. 25 years old from Van Nuys, California, Lawless Allen. Starting 18th, driving the number 34 Clue Ford for Front Row Motorsports. 22 years old from Bahama, North Carolina, Lane Riggs. Starting 17th, driving the number 52 Hallmar International Toyota for Hallmar Friesen Racing. 41 years old from Niagara-on-the-Lake, Canada, Stuart Friesen. By the way, that is right on the edge of the Canada-New York border, right across. It's because Niagara Falls. It's right by Niagara Falls, so obviously Niagara Falls has both a New York and a Canada side. Okay, starting 16th, driving the number 45 DQS Solutions and Staffing Chevrolet, title sponsor for Nice Motorsports. 21 years old from Willow Park, Texas, Caden Honeycutt. Starting 15th, driving the number 26 Rackley Roofing Chevrolet for Rackley War. 19 years old from Lebanon, Tennessee, Dawson Sutton, the third highest starting rookie. Starting 14th, driving the number 9 Champion Power Equipment Chevrolet for CR7 Motorsports. 40 years old from Fairhope, Alabama, Grant Enfinger. Starting 13th, driving the number 71 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports. 22 years old from Washington, D.C., Raja Caruth. All right. Starting 12th, driving the number 77 Telcel Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports. 20 years old from Mexico City, Mexico, Andres Perez, the second highest starting rookie. Starting 11th, driving the number 19 Napa Auto Care Chevrolet for McAnally Hilgeman Racing. 34 years old from Kannapolis, North Carolina, Daniel Hemrick. Now for the top 10. Starting 10th, driving the number 18 Liuna Chevrolet for McAnally Hilgeman Racing. 24 years old from San Bernardino, California, Tyler Ankrum. Starting 9th, driving the number 99 Bomarito Automotive Group Ford for ThorSport Racing. 28 years old from Louisville, Kentucky, Ben Rhodes. Starting 8th, driving the number 81 Friends of Jacqueline Foundation Chevrolet for McAnally Hilgeman Racing. 26 years old from Charlotte, North Carolina, Connor Mosak, the highest starting rookie. Starting 7th, driving the number 11 Safe Light Toyota for Tricon Garage. 22 years old from Marietta, Georgia, Corey Heim, the highest starting of the 6 Toyotas. Starting 6th, driving the number 98 Soda Sense Curb Records Ford for ThorSport Racing. 30 years old from Seymour, Wisconsin, Ty Majeski. Starting 5th, driving the number 91 Adaptive One Calipers Chevrolet for McAnally Hilgeman Racing. 24 years old from Loomis, California, Jack Wood. Starting 4th, driving the number 13 Quanta Services Ford for ThorSport Racing. 20 years old from Monroe, Georgia, Jake Garcia. Starting 3rd, driving the number 88 Menards Suncast Ford for ThorSport Racing. 48 years old from Tulare, California, Matt Crafton. Starting outside pole, driving the number 7 Delaware Life Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports. 22 years old from Portage, Michigan, Carson Hocevar, the highest starting of the 16 Chevrolets. And on the pole, driving the number 66 Soda Sense Ford for ThorSport Racing, with a pole time of 39.236 seconds and an average speed of 183.505 miles per hour. 21 years old from Wausau, Wisconsin, Luke Fenhouse. That is your starting lineup for today's DQS Solutions and Staffing 250.
Last 3 rows, we just talked to Chandler Smith. Keep your eye on the 38. You know we'll be talking about him. Let's say hello to our 2 pit reporters covering all the action today. Caitlin Mincy and Josh Sims. Good afternoon, Josh.
Well, Jamie, for the first time in a long time, Corey LaJoie is not full-time in the Cup Series. He's run a trio of races this season, but he's mostly been focused on his work as an analyst on TV. That was until an opportunity came to run 9 races with Spire in the Truck Series. And when I caught up with him yesterday after practice, he couldn't hide his excitement. He told me, Josh, I'm just so excited to be back in the trenches, working to get my truck better, to diagnose issues, and figure out how we can win races. And that right there is the key. He told me this isn't a springboard to get back anywhere. He said, I want to focus on the now, not just get wins for myself, but for his 3 young kids. We'll see if he can do that today, Caitlin.
Well, Josh, Corey Heim has had a very busy weekend. Found out yesterday morning that he will be the relief driver for Jake Finch in the ARCA Menard Series. Talked with Corey earlier today. He said actually those opportunities are great for drivers to get that additional unexpected track time. He said, I definitely learned some things I can apply to the truck race today. He ended up finishing second in the race yesterday for ARCA. Now, of course, his sights are set on the truck series here today. First start for him in a truck at Michigan. He's the keeper of 4 wins so far this season. He'll be chasing win number 5 from the 7th position today. Jamie?
Thank you, Caitlin. Have a good day down there. Michael, Craftsman truck description.
Well, this track is fast. We've talked about it. It's a drafting track. We know they ran wide open in qualifying. You can see they're only leaning on 18 degrees of banking in the corners on this 2-mile D-shaped oval. So you're doing a lot of hanging on, Regan, when you get down into these corners, trying to keep it wide open.
Well, Michael, they're going to be hanging on, and they're going to have to hang on for 125 laps today. More laps than we traditionally have run with the Craftsman Truck Series here at Michigan. But take a look at the stage lengths. That's going to be important. The final stage, 65 laps, they will have to make a pit stop at some point within that final stage. You see the fuel window, 36 to 39 laps. That could be a key moment in the race for many of these guys, Jamie.
Yeah, I love the fact this is the longest race we've ever had in Michigan with the Truck Series, 50 miles longer. And by the way, we haven't been here in 5 years. I can't wait to see what happens. All right, we've got a couple onboards bringing you all the action from the track. We've got Frankie Muniz with the Morgan & Morgan onboard starting 25th. And Lane Riggs in the 34th.
All right, waiting for the pace truck to pull off. I think they're on the last pace lap right now.
What great pictures these are, and we'll provide to the viewers here today. Look at that. Just how compact that cat looks in there. He's all settled in, ready to start rocking this thing.
Double check, make sure your gear fans on here.
Let's listen to the radio for Corey Heim.
Hey, did anybody get up to the residue station yourself to take care of your truck? We're going to have to work our way to the top here really, obviously. I think it's going to be big time, top momentum race, so try to get up as soon as possible and see where it goes.
Yeah, what Corey's talking about there is he's talking about getting to the top. We expect this track to get very wide today. The residue he was mentioning was something they put down in years past at Michigan, and it's kind of a line where the track's a little bit darker. The drivers can see that from the trucks. They know.
Please tell me it's not PJ1.
But just trying to understand where the track's at before they go green.
I think that's really interesting. You know.
Okay, that's not PJ1. I think that's.
Corey Heim's thinking, let's get to the top. That just
Or is it?
What a unpredictable race.
Oh, it's not. It's not dark black. It's darker.
125 laps are ahead.
Yep.
250 miles.
They still have not fixed the leaderboard. Come on.
Here for the first time starting on pole in the Truck Series. Carson Hocevar will be starting to his left on the bottom.
Okay. Which I'll just screw it. I'll just do top 10 from here.
NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Pace truck pulls off. Next thing they see is the green flag.
125 laps around the 2-mile D-shaped oval. Here we go. We're green at Michigan. Cars already spreading out as they enter turn 1. 5-car breakaway at the front as they head through the center of the turns. Fenhouse holding on. ThorSport Trucks trying to make a charge around the outside as Fenhouse already a 2-car length lead. All 5 ThorSport Trucks qualified in the top 10. Let's see some more of that. Garcia ducks to the inside, trying to get a run on Luke Fenhouse. Mosak tries to get a run around the outside. Garcia loses it. Goes back to 3rd, maybe even 4th. At the line, who's leading the first lap? It's Fenhouse. First lap's led since Atlanta. Hocevar ducks to the inside and turn 1. He'll take the lead. Hocevar leading for the first time at his home track. Mosak and trying to get a good run here as well. Now Michigan was home to one of the best ever Truck Series finishes when Eric Darnell beat Johnny Benson at the line in 2008 by 5/1000ths of a second, the closest ever finish at Michigan. Chandler Smith started from the back. He's already up a good number of spots. Well, good thing he won last week. He's on pit road. Look at the run from Enfinger. Got around Kraft, trying to get around Crafton and Majeski in one fell swoop. He gets there. Andres Perez also pretty strong with a good run around Enfinger. It looks like he might have washed up a bit. Majeski got back around Enfinger as well.
You could see sideways there. Great call to get low down into pit road because that thing was hanging out.
How about Tanner Gray saved it there? He saw that coming, gets back in line.
You know, a mistake, a problem this early, Regan, we know he can overcome that. This is something that
up front, I see a move. Here comes Connor Mosak. Great run in 2. He takes the lead. Tyler Ankrum up to 3rd ahead of Luke Fenhouse as well. The draft is so powerful here for the trucks. Then that is what's fueling all these passes. Hocevar ducks down to the inside. He'll retake the lead. Corey Himes up to 5th now.
What I see so far right now that I like a lot out of what's going on with these trucks, talking to a lot of the drivers, they kind of predicted the runs would be very big at the end of the straightaways. But what could you do with them when you get to the end of the straightaways? We see right there what Tyler Ankrum chose to do with it. He went to the bottom to try and use that run and clear the truck in front of him. He's not going to be able to do it. He's going to lose a spot. But the key all day long is going to be they're not getting away from each other. They're able to utilize these runs and make big efforts like what
Leaderboard's still broken, unfortunately. Mosak retakes the lead. Hocevar in the entrance to turn 3. Heim up to 3rd. Just please tell me he doesn't pull away. That's what I care about. Hocevar goes to 3, take the lead. Started 7th, by the way. Heim's up 4 spots since the start. Ross started, I think, 26th, so he must be up. So he's up to 11th now.
Yeah, we knew we were going to talk about these two. Ross Chastain, he's going to be at the lead of this race before it's over. I just think it's so crazy that he qualified 26th, and yet here he comes, already up 15 spots and gaining more.
Jake Garcia trying to hold on. He's in. Well, no, trying to get to 4th. Fenhouse going to get back around into 4th. Andres Perez up to the 7th position. Corey Heim up to 2nd. He gets by Mosak. Okay.
Too much fun for him just to sit back there and watch. He joined this battle. Split the two that have been leading the majority of this race. See where it goes from here. They put a little bit of a gap between those three and the fourth place truck of Luke Finhouse. See if we can use that draft and join them back up.
So Hocevar continues to lead. Corey Heim, what he's been able to do this year.
Ross Chastain enters the top 10.
He's just here for wins. Just jumps in and out of this truck. In here for the third time this season. Wants to hold off that 11 as Corey Heim tries to go to the top.
Corey's just looking for fresh air right there of some sorts, right?
Craftsman leads the top 10. and Finger rejoins.
Now after starting in 7th, where exactly he needs to position himself on the racetrack to get this run that he's got down the front straightaway.
I'm preparing his pass. I think, okay. So at the end of straights, as I said, is where the best runs have come. So I'm guessing at the entrance to 3 is we're going to see him make a move. Norm Benning off the track.
Have all those trucks to draft off of, and it's helping. Usually we talk about how you lose speed when you get in dirty air, but here, because of so much throttle down and how wide the track is, you're taking advantage of using that draft to make yourself go faster.
We saw in your track analysis, Michael, how long the straightaways are, and it's way quicker to go in a straight line behind another truck than it would be otherwise.
Well, the record for lead changes at Michigan is 20. We've had 3 in the first 10 laps of this race. Corey Heim trying to become the 4th leader.
That's not even counting the unofficial lead changes. Now they've gotten a bit more spread out.
He and Tyler Ankrum have been tied together for the last 6-8 laps, doing a nice job as they race for that 4th position.
Ankrum going to the inside.
Really impressed with Luke Fenhouse, right? He starts on the pole. We saw him spin the tires just a little bit on the initial start of the race. Calm yourself down. You got pushed out to the lead. Okay, you lost the lead, but this is his first time at this racetrack at Michigan. So take your time. Learn how the truck's going to respond. Figure out what it's going to do, and stay calm for a little bit so you can report back to your team exactly how it's driving.
Okay, Hocevar Heim looks like he might have backed up a bit. Is that the setup to get a good run? Because that's what you see on super speedways, at least at least before the Gen 7. You see a driver back up a bit, and then they get the draft, and they just get an absolute burst of speed down a straightaway, and they'll rocket by in the turn.
But now, Ross Chastain is doing Ross Chastain things, Josh.
Yeah, you see Ross working his way through the field, and he felt really good about that truck yesterday despite not qualifying well this morning. And for him, this is a little bit of a get-back race. In 2019, he won the pole, had an issue on pit road that took him out of contention, but he felt like he was the best truck that day. Feels similar about
Leaderboard is still screwed up, by the way.
Get a little get-back and get that win that he felt he should have had in 2019. Right now, saying the truck started off a little tight, similar problem he reported in practice yesterday.
Yeah, Chastain up 7.
Move around a bit. You know, maybe Heim doesn't know he doesn't need to make the pass just yet. Fixed it. All right.
Great example of drafting and then flaring out. He went up top in the corner to get some fresh air on his nose, trying to keep that thing pinned to the ground. As you see, Raja.
I think this is the longest truck race of the season. I don't remember last time I saw a truck race besides Daytona and Talladega, of course.
Right now, he's the only truck 1 lap off the pace, so he's
Well,
kind of hoping for an early caution because if there's not one, friggin'.
well, I mean, he's a lap down, but Norm Benning's not on the track.
Out of the lucky dog position.
16 laps remaining here in stage number 1.
Okay, talk. That was awkward silence.
From Michigan, we'll step aside. You won't miss a thing as we go box side by side.
Majeski looking to the inside of Ankrum. This is be for the 5th place position.
Roll cage, check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table. Oh, you bet. Every 8
And Majeski on the inside. Looks like he's going to make the pass. Or is he? He's not clear. He's not clear. So Ingram did not complete the pass. Sorry, Majeski did not complete the pass. Well, there's another driver coming up to this fight. It's Andres Perez. You know, he won't be racing in Mexico. At least I don't. Or wait. Yes, he will be. I think he's racing with DGM. But wouldn't that be something if he could go to his home track, making his Xfinity debut a week after potentially winning his first ever Truck Series race. He would be the first rookie of the season to do so.
Every stride writes a story, and history unfolds at the Belmont Stakes. Now, two thoroughbreds have dominated the headlines, but only one will get the last word.
Journalism and the one that won. Whichever one won the Kentucky Derby. That's also why this race is so early, and why everything was so early. Fox is covering the Belmont, and they want all their race or motorsports coverage done before then. Also frees me up a week, an evening to go to my local short track, so I don't miss anything. Normally, I'm watching an Xfinity race while I'm at the track. First time I went, I was watching Nashville finish up. Another time it was New Hampshire.
NASCAR Chicago Street Race, July 5th and 6th.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Hocevar still holding on to the lead.
Carson Hocevar continues to lead over Corey Heim. 107 laps to go, 12 laps to go in stage number 1. So what exactly...
All right, the trucks are coming up. The leaders are coming up to lap traffic. Well, coming up to lead lap cars. Lead lap trucks. Spencer Boyd, I see. I see Tanner Gray. I see... Wait, Tanner Gray, what the hell happened? No, that's Tony Breidinger, never mind. I thought it was the Dead on Tools car. And is that Stuart Friesen? Wait, no. That's a 22. That's Josh Reaume, okay. The Aero Titans Ford. Amazing how much faster the leaders were relative to the lap trucks. They passed by them really quickly. All right. Caden Honeycutt's entered the top 10. Jake Garcia and Enfingers falling back as a result. More lap trucks. I can't see which one that one is. Is that the 2? That's Morgan Baird. It is home track. 10 to go in the stage. Heim's been running the middle of the track. Now he's ducking to the inside. While Hocevar, who wasn't at the bottom, is now in the middle.
Yeah, so far so good for him. I had a chance to talk with Ty, of course, our defending champion. I talked with him about the struggles he's had so far this season. He said it's been a really challenging year, but he told me this is the highs and lows of racing. He said
Majeski finally completes the pass and takes 5th position. That's stupid, though. I mean, last year it worked. Majeski scored the team's only win starting at IRP. Then he won Richmond. Then he won Phoenix. But that's a bad way to run your team.
But yet, he won the championship, so they can overcome a whole lot of obstacles. And I like what saw it in qualifying with all the speed from Tour Sport, and now that speed's translating to the race as well, as there's a couple of those trucks up in the top 5 in Luke Fenhouse and Ty Majeski.
Yeah, and if you look at Ty Majeski, right, the beauty about him as a driver, that is a blue-collar driver right there. He is a workhorse. He knows every part and piece that's on that truck. He knows how to describe it to his team to help make that truck better, how to fix it if something's not exactly where they want it. And I think that's why you'll see his trend line continue to get better as the year goes, much like last year, James. By the time we got to Phoenix for the championship, this team was lights out when we got there, and he's a big part of that.
They were. Well, Chandler Smith, the driver that started on the last row, he had problems in qualifying up to 13th. What are you hearing, Josh?
Well, Jamie, you know, despite having 2 wins on the season for Chandler Smith, his big thing is consistency, especially during this last 6-race stretch. So, of course, it's nice to win, but he's also got 4 finishes on 13th or worse during that stretch. And he told me we just need to even things out right now. He was really excited about coming to this racetrack. He, of course, had the issue in qualifying with the tire going down, but he's
Oh, that's the way up from the Garcia. Anyway, he got passed by Giorgio. Lane Riggs now occupying the 10th position.
In about 6 laps, we're going to be seeing a busy pit road with lots of adjustments for these trucks.
Yeah, and the more experienced you are, Jamie, the better that those adjustments will affect your truck. These drivers, such as Chandler Smith, who has a ton of NASCAR experience, he knows what he's looking to feel. He's able to talk to his crew chief, his team, and they can make.
Well, that's Perez. Oh, he's got passed by Caden Honeycutt, or not yet. Perez trying to get around on the outside. Now Honeycutt clears for 7th. Also, Ross Chastain is back to 9th place now. Let's see who else has been lapped if they'll loop back around to it.
The handling's going to change again, so they want to get as far forward as quick as they can so they can get a good read on what it's going to be later in the race.
Well, Grant Enfinger was up there in the mix for a bit. He's in 15th now. Let's listen in on his radio, what he's dealing with.
Well, now I can't see who got lapped again. Majeski around Luke Fenhouse for 4th. All right, no one else got lapped yet. Frankie Muniz probably will, or he might. He might survive.
And that is a challenge for Grant right there, right? We see the 15 of Tanner Gray in front of him. He caught up to him on the straightaway, but when he caught up to him, Tanner Gray opted to go to the bottom, so he couldn't go anywhere to get clean air. What that air is, it's a...
There's Wallace Allen in 16th, and I gotta say, it looks really weird with the one font from Tricon. It doesn't look right. Honeycutt up to 6th now.
Talked earlier today about how this is a future Cup winner in Ross Chastain's eyes, and what he's doing right now is making everybody believe and see that. We know how hard it is to pass, but yet he's able to consistently slice through this field. Really fast truck. Last time by, the fastest truck on the track. So watch this 45 as he...
Fenhouse is not that far behind, far ahead. Andres Perez trying to get back around, trying to get around Tyler Ankrum now. Heim still trying to find a way around Carson Osavar. Honeycutt to P5 past Luke Fenhouse. Two to go in the stage now. Last lap of the stage.
Well, this is the point where we see if maybe Corey Heim has been holding back just a little bit, sizing up Carson Hocevar to figure out exactly what he's got. We see him go to the top like he's been doing in 1 and 2. A little tight as he went up there. Maybe a little more separation with it than what he wants right here.
Final lap of stage number 1. Corey Heim has been the king of stage wins.
He's got to go to run. He cuts to the inside. He was timing it. He cuts to the inside. Can he clear? Yes, he will. He waited until the time was right. He pounced like a leopard. Corey Heim gonna take home the win in stage 1. Hocevar gets 2nd. 3rd is Mosak. 4th is Majeski. 5th, Honeycutt. 6th, oh, Tyler Ankrum is Helana's spot. Okay, it's up to 6th. Fenhouse 7th. Chastain 8th. Perez 9th. I think that's Enfinger 10th. So.
Gary, used car shopping can't hurt you.
But what if I overpay?
Okay, so at least the app is working right.
I know. I said nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident, but there's no reason to shop.
This is what. Okay, so then. So Riggs and Perez. Okay. That's the top 10. Okay.
Sure. Can we talk about the PJs?
I'll talk about them as long as you keep it positive, because I like these things.
No fear, just fun. Say, show me at Carfax.com.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave this strategy. The attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this. Rafael Devers leads the Red Sox against Aaron Judge and the rival Yankees tonight at 7:30 Eastern on Fox. Two thoroughbreds have dominated the headlines, but only one will get the last word. The Belmont Stakes today. Only on Fox.
What do you drink when you win 8,500?
We drink the milk.
Very easy, like outside of race.
The 8,500 was the best moment of my entire life.
You still can't control everything. There's so much that's outside your control.
Just hang on.
There's nothing that touches it.
You just don't know what's going to happen.
I'm thinking the dream. Maybe that helps me get a girlfriend.
100 Days to Indy. Stream every episode now on Fox Nation. Sign up at foxnation.com. Let's go. Fox Wednesdays.
Oh my god.
Gordon Ramsay is going deep undercover.
I've got his blessing under surveillance.
That is one fat rat.
I've seen enough. I am going in, especially his clothes.
Wait, what?
I can't help without you wanting to change. I have the 4.6 Google rating. There's rat droppings everywhere. Where's that on your 4.6 Google rating?
Gordon Ramsay's Secret Service. Wednesdays on Fox.
One of my friends wondering if Heim is on track to have a better. Oh, I didn't wait. Leaderboard is broken. Says Mosek is in the 8th. Oh, jeez. Did I thought I fixed that.
The other guys think plastic can happen. The Roxor rides with steel. They pull back on power. The Roxor packs a turbo diesel punch. And when they start breaking down, the Roxor's barely broken in. The Mahindra Roxor, built like nothing else. Our best in the field deals are here. Get 0% on select models on a new Roxor today.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series from Michigan. So just like that, stage 1 is in the books, and what a stage it was. 4 different leaders, and Corey Heim held his own, held on, just tucked in behind Carson Hosbar, made his move on the last lap to get that stage, win the playoff point, and now he has led in all 13 races this season. Pretty amazing stuff. Well, speaking of amazing stuff, the two gentlemen standing to my left, they know how to get around this place and find victory. Let's
Wait.
Here's Michael.
Well, Mike Walter, yeah, won at Michigan in the Busch number 99 in 2002. Yeah, it was the number 99 Aaron's rent car. Love how he remembered the sponsor name. Yeah, Cabela's was the sponsor of the 250-miler Xfinity race. Regan Smith. Oh wait, he won an. I didn't know he won an Xfinity race in Michigan. I mean, it was probably in my videos. I just didn't realize he won it here. I remember all the other ones, I think.
I don't know that I did that too many times in my career, so I try to take the opportunities when they're there to enjoy that. And certainly Kyle has gone on to great Cup success since that day right there. But what a fun racetrack, and what a cool place to race as we're seeing right
You've
now.
gone on to great success. Look at you rubbing elbows in the booth. You're on pit road. I think I had the interview when you won that day. That brings back some good memories.
It
was definitely good memories, and I didn't get the roar, the boos that you got, but it was still a lot of fun, and the trophy was great.
Yes. How about the last lap of that stage number one, Corey Heim, right?
I just think that shows you how talented and smart this kid is. He could have clearly gotten that move done on Carson before the last lap to see if it would have worked or not. But then Carson was just going to do it right back to him. So the fact that he just knew that he was good enough to patiently wait and do it on the last lap, coming to the green, white checkered, that's pretty cool.
Very tactical by Corey Heim, and we'll have to see if he uses that later in the race again.
So I guess you don't want to be leading on the last lap. That's my takeaway, unless you have a clear advantage. All right, pit stops.
Started the race 26, got all the way up to 8 by the end of that stage, came over the radio and said the truck just too tight for him right now, so they're going to make a few adjustments to free him up and get that thing to turn a little bit better.
Carson Hocevar in the middle of your screen, second in the stage, third truck start of the year, saying he was just free the whole time. He said, I could use a little more security in the rear, asked for a small adjustment. And then, of course, Corey Heim at the top of your screen made that impressive stage win, said really good the whole time, but maybe a little loose, requesting no changes, but they said they will pull a piece of tape off that 11. Jamie?
Thank you, Caitlin. Yes, a lot of adjustments to these race trucks. Regan, to your point, they know what they have. They know what they needed to be better here for this restart coming up.
We'll see the two leaders right there appear to hold serve off of pit road, meaning they stayed in their positions. A nice job by their pit crews, and not going to be a lot of opportunities to work on these trucks today. If you do need something significant, and we may see some guys that have to get a little additional work there.
Absolutely. Stage number 2 coming at you. It'll be a 30-lap run, just like stage number 1. Can Corey Heim hang on? We'll be back from Michigan. Ride that horse.
So, you like NASCAR but don't know who to root for? Here's some Toyota legends you can get behind. Meet Tyler Reddick. Crushed it in Xfinity Series and now he's here. Basically the Cinderella story if Cinderella drove 200 miles per hour. Then there's John Hunter Nemechek. New kid on the block. All gas, no brakes. Oh, and Denny Hamlin. Ever heard of Daytona? He's won it 3 times. No big deal. We have a lot of drivers. All legends. You pick. You in?
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place. Like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
This is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Huge news. You can get a son of for just $3. Wait, I said son of.
Motor problem for Norm Benning took him out with 3 laps in. That is a really good crowd.
Started bright and early. Qualifying was at 8 a.m. this
Wait, did we just miss? Wait, or well, maybe I wasn't paying attention to pit stops. Anyway, here they come. We're green again at Michigan. More spreading out. Again, behind the leaders as they enter turn number 1. Heim, see if he can get a run on the outside. Connor Mosak is on his inside. Still too wide as they go down the backstretch. Hocevar giving a big push to Corey Heim. He's clear. Hocevar tries to cut to the inside. Nothing there yet. Third place now, Ty Majeski with Mosak in 4th. Ruggiero up to 5th now. Ooh, that was a close block. Tyler Ankrum on Ross Chastain. That was incredibly risky. Chastain lost some momentum, almost hit Lane Riggs, and Honeycutt gets by both of them. Daniel Hemrick and Chandler Smith in the top 10 for the first time now. Lane Riggs back around Ross Chastain. Who's that in 10th coming up? Tanner Gray in the Place for Hope Toyota. Three drivers, Toyota, Chevrolet, Ford, duking out up at the front spot. Here comes Connor Mosak with a run down the backstretch. Can he get around Majeski? He chooses not to pull out. Now it's a 6-car breakaway, single file. Hocevar ducks to the inside again. See if he can get the run on Heim. Can't get side by side. Honeycutt around Ruggiero for P5. Loses the position.
There's just no way to explain how crazy that air is. I mean, to me,
And he got dropped quite a bit back now. Hocevar looks like he's got the move this time. At least I think we'll be side by side when they come out at 4. No, he's the leader. He clears Heim by a car length.
Chooses to take the high road, pushes that 18 truck of Tyler Ankrum into the corner. Look how they just left Ross setting.
Chandler Smith. Well, Michael, you talked to him on the radio at the start of the race, starting on the last row. He was in a good mood. Chippy, happy, knew he had something good to work with, and here he is inside the top 10 for the first time today.
Corey Heim, that was one of those choices just to ride in behind that 7 truck.
So you see there on the pylon, Carson Hocevar, the leader, he has the clock next to him. That means he has turned the fastest lap of the day. If you are a Truck Series regular, that earns you an extra point. He's not a regular. He doesn't.
The 7 will get the points. Also, where the hell has LaJoy been all day?
I'm just surprised it isn't on Heim time. Just an update on the 71 of Rajah. He's going to have to come to pit road pretty quickly. They stayed out, took the wave around after that caution, hoping for a quick caution to get back on the lead lap. So here he comes to pit road.
There's Caruth with another problem.
Trying to get that lap back. Can he stop just fast enough to get a splash of gas and stay on the lead?
We're just trying to get gas? Okay. No, he'll definitely not be. Just with how fast these cars are. Trucks are. LaJoy's in 19th. Because of course he is. He's like Joe Graf Jr. What is this? 2 tires? Oh, they're doing 4 tires.
What he'll do is just come out at the end of this caution, at the end of this stage, if nothing happens between now and then,
He might get lapped. No, he's gonna get lapped. So this point is, or maybe he'll barely not get lapped. Hard to tell. Especially with how screwy the leaderboard is right now, it's hard to tell.
And that's the challenge with making the pass on corner exit, is that the truck on the outside is he's actually going to lose a spot here. Grant Enfinger puts him 3 wide. Now can Grant complete it or not? He's going to come up next to him and get the side draft off of Grant, try to slow him down even more than he already.
Tony Breidinger a lap down. Jeez, of course she is. Whoa, look at Craftsman dive to the apron. You see that truck bounce as it hit the apron. Gets around Lane Riggs. Can he get around Grant Enfinger? Yes, he will. Or no, he won't. Enfinger's got the momentum on the high side. It looks like that wild also might have cost Craftsman the momentum on the exit of 2. He's going to lose the spot to Lane Riggs and Lawless Allen, who gives Riggs a massive push down the backstretch.
As we look at the battle for fourth on the other side of the screen, Gio's really fast right now, trying to get under that 45 of Caden Honeycutt.
Well, no, Honeycutt has reeled him back in. So that's not knowing of where someone was prior to that. Honeycutt up to 5th. Chandler Smith up to 7th.
That Craftsman had a decision to make here, and watch Regan when he flares to the inside. Lane gives him a little block. And wow, did he really have to go down toward
It didn't work. It lost him positions.
Definitely a bold move by Matt Craftsman right there, and unfortunately didn't pay off for him though. He lost spots when it was all said and done out of that.
Majeski driving to the inside, try to get the run on Corey Heim. I don't think he has momentum based on the speed from entering the turn. Yeah, he didn't have it. Got some debris. Looks like a wrapper from a hamburger or something.
Relatively simple to get that off of there.
You know how easy he's going to be able to get past Regan? I mean, it's just usually in a racetrack, you got to slow down and wait for somebody to come get ahead of you so you can get that debris off. But he's just in a good spot now. I'm sure if anything starts to happen, he will just simply let off the gas a little bit and let them run by him, and the air from the other trucks will suck that debris off the nose of the 7 truck.
So we've had 4 different leaders today. Carson Hocevar, who continues to lead in the 7, has led the most at 35. Corey Heim led 11 laps today. Connor Mosak 1. And Luke Fenhouse was the pole sitter. He led 1 lap. 11 laps to go here in stage number 2 from Michigan. Carson Hocevar continues to lead.
Win 1
Damn it.
championship, you're celebrated. Win twice.
Let me get back because the leaderboard is all kind of screwed up. I'm kind of clueless. Well, I guess I can also try to use the app. Okay, Majestic. Oh, so we saw there was a lead change. Oh, what the hell? There we go. Heim got the run on the backstretch. Took it. Okay. Six to go in the stage now. Is Heim betting that he can hold off Hocevar for if he tries the same thing? Corey Heim still the only driver to lead laps in every race this season. This is the 12th race of 25. 13th race of 25. He's led in... Damn, that's just some... He's too good. Wait, that's debris? Oh. I thought they meant the red stripe. I'm like, that's debris? That would have been a pretty big freaking piece of debris. Imagine if you just shipped him.
Could mean everything when it comes to racing for a championship. But you know how good Carson Hocevar is, and he's got him sized up right now.
And a little interesting here, so we see that Carson Hocevar in the 7 truck going lower than Corey Heim. It was actually the opposite at the end of stage 1, to whereas Carson Hocevar was running down on the bottom, Corey Heim was actually using the high side to create that run. And we'll have to see how that plays out for the run that Carson's able to create when he's making those moves.
And if Carson starts trying to roll off the gas a little bit, or excuse me, Corey as a leader, just to keep that big gap from developing between him and Hocevar, then here comes Tom Majeski. Here comes Caden Honeycutt. They're not more people to the party, and I don't think they want that either.
It's just so fun to see two very highly intelligent race car drivers, right, that are out there trying to figure out exactly which way it's going to work out best for them based on their position. Their position, of course, being different now than it was the previous stage.
They're playing with air. That's what they're doing right now. They're using their throttle. They're using their maybe dragging the brakes a little bit.
2 to go. Hocevar ducks to the inside. He's trying to make the move now. Not. It's going to be unsuccessful now. Wasn't able to get side by side.
He ducks back in and maybe just a little plan there to see if he can make it work like that. It didn't work.
Heim made his move on the last turn. Oh, slow truck. I think it's Morgan Baird.
Corey Heim over Carson Hocevar in the last lap of stage 1, and it worked beautifully.
No comments by the freaking commentators. Last lap of the stage. Ooh, a little wiggle from the Hocevar.
Corey Heim opts to go up to the top side, of course, to help disrupt the air on the front of Carson Hocevar's truck. Trying to do everything he can to just get
All right. Trying to break the draft now, Heim is. Well, it's like watching the Indy 500. You snake around the track to cut off the draft. Coming out in the final turns, I think Heim is going to do it. He can attack at the end, and then he can defend like a bear. Here he comes, going to sweep the stages. Corey Heim wins stage 2. Hocevar 2nd, Majeski 3rd, Honeycutt 4th. 5th place is Connor Mosak. 6th is Ross Chastain. 7th is Gio Ruggiero. 8th is Tanner Gray. 9th is Lane Riggs. Chandler Smith. And Luke Fenhouse is... let's try. Luke Fenhouse finishes in 10th. I think that's it. There we go.
We're here. Progressive's accident response detected an accident and sent for help.
Did we beat him? Where's Superman?
Saving the world, maybe?
So we did beat him.
somewhere tummy capes.
Oh, what? Don't say things like that out loud.
No.
That's embarrassing.
Put the work in.
It was Josh Reum that was limping around. I forgot the two. That's a different scheme.
So, what's next?
Craftsman. What you build, builds you. To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance. The attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
Hands-free Skechers slip-ins now come in GlideStep Max Cushioning. Which actually gave me an idea to combine all my favorite sports into one. White egg, son! Carpath only. Try GlideStep Max Cushioning hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
The DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket comes in your choice of honey barbecue or new buffalo, layered with flavor from the top, bottom, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket. Get yours now only at DQ.
I was a little caught off guard by this partnership. Frankie's a big star, but he really does seem to get in the middle of things. Calls. Of course we're going to be able to take this case.
Right now we're just waiting. Again, man, we should pay better attention to pit stops. I like the Shady Race commercial.
Kyle's gonna need new Shady Race tires.
Let's get him another pair. Fast.
Shady Race. Eyewear that has your back.
NASCAR Truck Series racing on Fox is sponsored by Progressive. Progressive protects your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and RV, and could save you money. Well, let's take a look now at our Progressive race summary. Corey Heim, the leader. We've had 4 different leaders. He's led 24, but it's Carson Hocevar who's led the most.
And I think that lead changes at 6 right there. We very easily could be up around 15 or 20 right now. Had those guys been taking every run that they could, but certainly a race in which guys are sizing each other up as they're planning this thing out, and been a lot of fun so far.
Another part of our Progressive race summary is on that caution, Raja Cabruz, our last winner in the Truck Series. He got his lap back. He will be the free pass and wave his way around and make his way onto the lead lap. And he's had a fast truck. I've been watching his lap times, Regan. He's got something to contend. But I talked earlier, we need to make those mistakes, have problems early, and get them behind us. It's taken him all the way to the end of the second stage to get back in position to go race these guys. We'll see what he's got. There's that beautiful HendrickCars.com truck.
Guys, the wait over the last 5 years was worth it. The truckers have been away since 2020. So glad that they're back at this historic track. I mean, not just the biggest names in NASCAR have won here. It's the biggest names in open wheel racing as well. This place has just been around, and it, you know, it never fails.
Big pit stop here. We can't have a mistake. Got to make sure we execute on pit road.
So we've talked a lot about Heim and Hocevar and them passing each other, working together to get debris off the nose. They have a little bit of a history, Michael. Regan, you were on pit road for this one back in 2023.
Yeah, that one really got on my nerves. Just drove in there and made a mistake, you know. I guess it was a mistake, and he just wiped out Corey Heim that was going for a championship. And Corey Heim said, well, if I'm not winning it, you ain't winning it. And these guys have had sort of bad blood ever since this night in Phoenix, and I don't blame them. This, you know, you got to roll up your sleeves every now and then. And Corey rolled his up and said, I'm taking you out now.
Well, I guarantee
Yeah. Well, let's not remember that.
they want to beat each other today.
Absolutely. A lot on the line. They're coming your way, Josh.
We'll start with the 48 25, Caden Honeycutt fired off tight during the first stage, made some adjustments, and he said the truck was actually tighter firing off during that last run. Team said we're going to make some air pressure adjustments that helped him out. Felt he needs just a little bit more to be able to run with that top 3 trio.
Well, looking at Carson Hocevar in the middle of your screen, he was at water temp 220. Optimal temperature is 180 to 210, so he felt a little down on power since he overheated. Also said he needs...
All right, here's the pit stops.
Fine. His crew chief assured him that engine is okay. Now looking at Corey Heim at the top of your screen, saying just a tick free, lacking maneuverability overall, wants to be secured up a bit. His crew chief said he'll make an air pressure adjustment for the 11. Jamie? The 11.
All right, Heim wins the race on pit road. Hocevar, Honeycutt, Majeski, Gray, Mosak, Smith, Chastain, Hemrick, Ruggiero.
We'll see what he can do now that he's going to be in that second row, maybe even on the front row if he chooses to be.
All the adjustments are in the books. We'll probably have at least one more stop. We have to. As you see, pit crew, look at this. They celebrate every time. Got it done. Heim time.
Before taking breast treat for my COPD, I had bad days. Days ruined by flare-ups. That could permanently damage my lungs. Then, I talked to my doctor about breast treat, and I noticed things changed. Breast treat gave me better breathing. Starting within 5 minutes, my lung function improved. Breast treat also helped improve my symptoms, and was even proven to reduce flare-ups, including those that could send me to the hospital. Now, I worry less about bad days and enjoy more good days.
Breast treat won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take breast treat more than prescribed. Breast treat may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Ask your doctor about breast treat for COPD.
The chicken sat on top of those shrimp. It's a matter of life and death. I'm coming in. Gordon Ramsay's Secret Service, all new Wednesday on Fox.
The UFL Conference Championships.
It's time to start playing the best football this season.
4 teams remain in the hunt.
We didn't come this far just to come this far.
The UFL Conference Championships. Sunday on ABC and Fox.
This is Pato Award. His last name's Irish, but his first words were. Pato's the fastest 25-year-old on 4 wheels. He looks like a one-man boy band. He charms like a British spy, and he doesn't have fans. He's got groupies. This is the next face of IndyCar. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
What do you drink when you win Indy 500?
Drink the milk.
We drink the milk. There is life outside of racing.
The Indy 500 was the best moment of my entire life.
It's so can't control everything.
There's so much that's outside your control. Just hang on. There's nothing that touches it. You just don't know what's going to happen.
I'm living the dream. Maybe that helps me get a girlfriend.
100 Days to Indy. Stream every episode now on Fox Nation. Sign up at foxnation.com.
Two thoroughbreds have dominated the headlines, but only one will get the last word. The Belmont Stakes today, only on Fox. Some folks are drawn to open country. Others crave the wild roar of a high-performance exhaust. And some like both. We call them family. From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, the Ego 22-inch aluminum deck mower. The most powerful mower in its class, producing the perfect razor-sharp cut. Find an Ego retailer near you.
June 15th, Alex Palou looks to continue his legendary season with another victory as the fastest racers in the world head to St. Louis. The IndyCar Series continues June 15th on Fox.
At night.
Palou, we say legendary season. He's won 5 times, including the Indy 500 this year, but it's Kyle Kirkwood who has stopped that streak not once, but twice, and he did it last weekend in Detroit. So looking forward to seeing if it's one of those two, or maybe Joseph Newgarden backs up his win from last year at St. Louis.
What a wild and exciting race at Detroit. Back and forth and had some cautions and late race drama. It was a lot of fun to watch.
They haven't had a lot of cautions this year, so yes, that race had a little bit of everything. Well, Michael, you were busy this week. You were down in Atlanta.
Yeah, talking about a little bit of everything. We sure did have a good time this past Tuesday in Atlanta when we renamed the Atlanta Motor Speedway with fireworks and all.
Look at that.
To the Echo Park Speedway.
I'm still calling it Atlanta. You can't force me to change that. Wait, Brian Kemp was there? Yeah, he's the governor of Atlanta. He's term limited next year. Oh, I don't even know who's running for governor. Keisha Lance Bottoms, the former mayor of Atlanta, and I think announced, but that's about it from what I know. Or maybe she's considered it. I can't even. 2026 midterms are way off. We got to get to 2025. Virginia and New Jersey elections for governor, and New Jersey has both state senate and state house up, and the Virginia House of Delegates is up. So that, if I recall correctly, in the New Jersey Senate, Democrats control 25 seats to the Republicans 15, and on the House side of that, I think it's 52-28. Wait. Yeah. And then from the Virginia House of Delegates, right now it's 51 Democrats to 49 Republicans. And National Mood would likely favor Democrats because when you're the party in power in the White House, the electorate in an off-year election will vote against you. That's conventional wisdom. I saw it in 2021 when the Democrat governor of New Jersey was barely reelected, and Glenn Youngkin beat Terry McAuliffe in the Virginia governor election. And that was Virginia having its rule where you cannot have the same governor for 2 terms in a row. Anyway, we're going to have 57 laps to go as we go green. Hyman, Hocevar, Hyman, Honeycutt, front row. Let's do it. Tanner Ray trying to give Honeycutt a push, but it looked like I made the 45 unstable. There we go, down and entering turn 1. Heim getting a great run out of 2. He's going to take the lead. Hocevar to second. Honeycutt slots in third. Almost hitting Ty Majeski. Mosak tries to get a run on the inside. So does Hocevar. Sending it into turn 3. Hocevar takes the lead. Whoa! Honeycutt nearly hitting the wall.
And look who's out front, Carson Hocevar. These two have been back and forth up front today. Hocevar's led 37 laps and counting, Heim 29.
Big push. This is a thinking man's game right now, Regan. These guys are going to spend the next 50 laps just trying to calculate how the moves can work, what they need to do to get themselves in a position to make that one final pass at the right time.
On the left side of the straight, Michael, we see them trying to calculate. On the other side, those guys
Honeycutt now fastest lap, by the way.
where they can think about calculating it.
Those 4 trucks there, since about midway point of the second stage, have been the 4 fastest as I look at the scoring monitor lap after lap. So the cream is
Chastain, they're the fastest lap.
see here a great push. Corey LaJoy trying to get into the conversation. I just been surprised a bit that Lane Riggs or Chandler Smith, either one, haven't been able to make their way to the front, Regan. Week in and week out, we talk about those.
Oh, we got a spin. It's Jack Wood.
Hard into the outside wall. Caution is out. The first for incident.
Yeah, it only took half the race.
Too hard. Hopefully he can
I don't know.
get her tuned back up. You see a lot of damage to that left rear.
Jack Wood was 21st at the moment of that impact.
Oh, crossed over the pit road.
Scratched up, Michael, but doesn't look too bad to your point.
Kind of tracking okay. Be some flat tires and some skint up sheet metal on that left side.
Just lost it.
Classic just loose, right, Regan?
Oh, he didn't hit it? No, he hit the wall. The left rear is where that impact, left side of the truck is where the impact was.
A little bit as he got up there, and almost like once that happened, he just broke all traction, and it just came around, unfortunately. And Jack running in the 21st place and was trying to get his way back further forward in the pack.
You can see that's the contact to the left rear. Hopefully they can bash her out, finish her up at least. Let's hop on board with our buddy Frankie Muniz in the Muniz and Morgan truck. Man, that's a good feeling, isn't it, Regan? When you see a guy starting to flip and like you're heading in the right direction, you know the low line is what you need.
And just a classic Michigan spin right there, right? You get caught in a bad area if you're Jack Wood in terms of the errors I just mentioned a moment ago, and you feel so helpless as a driver because you know that it's coming around and there's just not a lot you can do about it.
Tough break for Jack Wood and a great qualifying effort this morning. There is the reason we are under caution at Michigan.
I was a little caught off guard by this partnership. Frankie's a big star, but he really does seem to get in the middle of things. Calls.
Of course we're going to be able to take this case.
Danny!
Hey, not right now, man.
Meetings. This year has started off everything, really.
Can I squeeze in the middle here?
Not really.
It took me this long to get the joke in the commercial.
Morgan and Muniz, America's largest injury law firm. Put the work in.
When we come back, we'll drop the green flag. Carson Hocevar continues to lead over Corey Heim here at Michigan.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Don't miss Steel deals. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel dealer or shop online.
My blood sugar is borderline. I have to worry about it, or I can do something about it. New Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula works safely and naturally with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic.
Huge news. You can get a son of for just $3. Wait, I said son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
Why are you screaming? Because you're screaming.
Are you hiding from used car shopping?
Yeah. What about it with pain?
I get it. Nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident. But that's nothing to be afraid of.
Show me your car box.
Knowing how a car's accident history impacts price means you don't have to overpay.
Way better. Popcorn?
Definitely. No beer, just Fox. Say showmeacarfax.com.
The UFL Conference Championship.
It's time to start playing the best football this season.
4 teams remain in the hunt.
We didn't come this far just to come this far.
The UFL Conference Championships. Sunday on ABC and Fox.
The U.S. faces North America's best. Looking to prove they belong on the
You know, I'm starting to think it wasn't my best idea to release my every NASCAR win video at the same time as a truck race. Somehow that slipped my mind.
High speed, tight paths, dramatic finishes. It's a place for maximum fun, pure exhilaration, raw emotion. Best experience for your crew. It's the
Lap, let me check.
where every moment feels bigger. Experience the quicker
It's at lap 75.
Walmart, Saturday, June 28th. Under the lights in Atlanta. Get your tickets now at EchoParkSpeedway.com. Welcome to Truck Country. Welcome to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Horse racing's greatest test returns as sovereignty and journalism face off in the 157th Belmont Stakes. Two of the season's biggest names and one race to settle it all. The coverage begins today, right here on Fox at 4 p.m. Looking forward to that. So much racing action on the network today. Hope you're enjoying it. Glad to have you with us. Jamie Little, Michael Waltrip, Regan Smith. We have Josh Sims and Caitlin Vincey on pit road. Okay, so there was a tweet that got people talking that came out this week from Dodge, and there's supposed to be a big announcement.
They're talking about the
How about that? You know what I'd like to announce? Cletus McFarland is going truck racing. He's going to zig and zag and fly like a bald eagle.
What do you think, Regan?
Certainly anything we can do to have more manufacturers in the sport would be great, and we'll have to see what they're getting at with their truck that they were showing there.
We're looking forward to hearing that tomorrow as we get set here. 49 laps to go.
Here we go. All right, about 50 laps to go. Green again. Leaderboard is the leaderboard, by the way, online is even worse than it was before. Honeycutt, can he get the lead from Hocevar? I guess there was was there pit stops? I don't even know anymore. But Heim is back in fourth. I'll update leaderboard once again. Oh, Carruth around. When he's got right rear damage. Again, good thing he won last. Oh my God. Well, that's more than left rear damage. The spoiler's screwed up.
That's the unfortunate part about restarts, right? Cautions can sometimes breed cautions, and we see up front how aggressive it's getting with the pushes and trying to.
Corey LaJoie enters the top 10 for the first time.
The further back in the pack you go, the more of that you get.
Remember the utter joy and excitement out of that team a week ago as Raja just drove perfect.
Matt Mills, they're talking about.
Something about Matt Mills in the 42 had a part to do with what happened here. Let's hop on board with the Morgan Muniz team.
There's Mills.
Oh.
That's not his fault.
You're right, Michael. You mentioned Matt Mills.
Yeah, I think that Raja tried to squeeze down a little bit.
He didn't have a space.
See if we can see another look. That's a little late.
It appeared that they were going to end up 3 wide there, and I'm not sure that Matt necessarily knew that they were going to be 3 wide there, and that was on the outside. But as we look at this view again here, you'll see on the right side of the screen, Matt Mills appeared figures there's room there, and he comes down just a little bit. And that's enough to upset Raj's truck right there, which then ultimately ended up in him trying to save it. And as he saved it, he went up and slapped the right rear and then fouled it with the right front of the truck.
And you said it. When these restarts start happening over and over late in the going, you just try to take more chances and more chances, and sometimes you just don't get you don't have the room to try to do what you were attempting to do. That looked like a racing deal. I can't really pin that on Matt. You know, it just
certainly nothing egregious
closed
there.
up.
Yeah, it was two guys trying to go for the same spot basically, and unfortunately for Raja, he got the worst end of that deal.
I was back in the battle for 20th as you see them assessing the damage on Raja Caruth's truck.
And I think what we just saw there is also something that's going to be important as we look further into the race on these restarts, and as they continue to get crazier and crazier, it's going to be moves like that to where, you know, the spotters have to try and help predict when they're going to be 3 wide and what's actually coming, how the runs are coming, and it can get very difficult from different angles on the racetracks. Keep in mind the spotters are roughly at the start-finish line area. They've got an odd angle into turn 1 at Michigan to be able to see some of that, know exactly what the situation is, but it's also on the drivers too to be checking the mirrors and trying to understand exactly what they're dealing with cars or with the trucks that are around them. And Josh, I think you got something on the 45 for us.
Yeah, just an update on Caden Honeycutt and that fuel window when these guys are going to come in and pit. Just came over the radio and the team told them still about 8 laps away when that caution came out from that fuel window opening up. Similar sentiment for the 38 of Chandler Smith. So these guys are...
Oh.
For the information from their team so they know when to be ready.
Yeah, that's good info from Josh right there, because we do know they can go roughly 38, maybe 39 green flag laps with these trucks, and not quite to that window where you would think they could make it work, as he just said right there, but who knows, maybe there's going to be a gamble, or maybe somebody wants to try something.
Getting word that NASCAR has closed the pits, so what would you do, Regan? Maybe take a chance if you don't have track position?
Well, it would appear, if we look at the guys on their wall, that some guys are thinking they're going to take that chance, and you know, I think Michael,
I don't really know. I don't know if Caruth's going to the garage. I don't know if I would take the risk. Mostly because this is a drafting race. It's not about tire wear. Doesn't seem to be playing as much of a factor.
And if you have to pit under green, then it's kind of pointless at that moment to do that unless you can shorten up that final pit stop if you're willing to maybe not do tires.
We just saw Raja Caruth take that heartbreak of a left turn back into the garage, so his day is done. Well, tonight it's baseball night in America, right here on Fox. Another chapter in America's greatest rivalry unfolds as the Red Sox take on Aaron Judge and the Yankees, or the Padres battle the Brewers. Check local listings for the game in your area. That's tonight, 7:30 Eastern on Fox. We got racing, then we've got horse racing, then we've got baseball. A little bit of everything for you here.
It's a good Saturday afternoon, I'll tell you that. Pits are going to be open this time by. I think you're going to see a lot of people take advantage of that. We haven't seen a whole lot of lap time fall off, Regan. I think that's the key to some of these teams maybe thinking get these tires and get some gas and then see how the cautions fly after that. What do you think?
I think at this point you got to do what the trucks in front of you do, right? If the leaders do it, then evidently you've got to do that. If you're back around 10th, maybe you think about doing something different if you don't think you can find your way forward at some point.
Those trucks that have made their way to the front have just camped out there. Nobody's been able to mix up what's happening up front. Looks like we're going to have just what we thought, a mixed bag. Oh!
Ooh.
Here comes Daniel Hemrick.
So a lot of the cars that are pitting are outside the top 10.
Everybody else decided to make a run for it.
Once Hemrick peeled off, it set the tone for what they were going to do. Josh?
Well, it's been an up and down day for the 38 of Chandler Smith. Battled his way into the top 10. Elected to come in now and get that fuel with their window opening up. We'll see if it helps him out the rest of the way.
Several trucks doing just that, fuel only, and what that'll do, Regan, is speed up that final pit stop. We know that's the case, and maybe if there's a lot of cautions, they can try to take a run at stretching it to the end.
Quiñones having a decent day. Wayne Riggs down and away.
All right, let me update the top 10 now. Oh, there's no up. Well, there's not really an update, that big of an update to make. Okay, 7, 45, 11, 44, 98, 15.
Is his prized possession or the family hauler? He needs to protect it. This Father's Day, give him the gift of WeatherTech.
Yeah, Hemrick was the first to pit. All right, there we go. There's your top 10.
Interior pristine. It's a secret.
Well, like my friends are also putting this out on my own in their own chat. The audio for Fox's broadcast has been laughably terrible. The audio of the track, you can barely hear the cars. That's not a good combination. All right, oh shit, we're green again. How did I miss the start? Because I muted the TV, that's why. I got caught sleeping, which doesn't happen often. Honeycutt, Hocevar is the leader. Honeycutt slipped into second. He's got Ross Chastain behind him. His teammate gives him a little bump, and Honeycutt, for the first time today, will take the lead. Hocevar tries to make the run on the high side, though. Andres Perez up to third. Honeycutt is swerving around, trying to find another way back around Hocevar. Oh man, that was a wild lap right there. Ross Chastain trying to make the pass on Honeycutt. Looks like I don't think that's gonna happen. Here comes Corey Heim trying to duck back and trying to make a run for it. He's gonna get to third. Majeski follows him. He goes by Ross Chastain up to fourth. 42 to go. Good God. Okay. Oh, one of the Nathan Bird and Morgan Baird are all screwed up. So the battle of crap right there.
Guys, we hear caution breeds cautions. I think we've had that. This is the third time in a row.
The 0-2 and the 2. So nice, they wrecked it twice.
Riggs.
Did he pit? I guess Riggs pit.
See if we can look at the top of the screen and see the two trucks.
This is back here in 28th and 29th.
Here the back looks like Baird gets loose and just they take each other out.
And almost seems similar to what happened to Jack Wood earlier in the race for Morgan Baird there. Just you get into those air situations where you don't exactly know how your truck's going to respond. Maybe you haven't been in that spot earlier in the day, and once it comes around at 185 miles an hour, it doesn't take a lot to get it upset, and it's just so difficult to catch it. And you can see the top of the screen there, top right of the screen, the 02 of Nathan Bird making his contact with the wall after he got contact previously.
Well, we went 70 laps without a caution for incident. Now we've had 3 in a row.
And we're just continue to log caution lap after caution lap, really changing the strategy. I think we'll see the leaders pit here.
Yeah, and I'm with you, Michael. I think that it's close enough now. We've seen that maybe we're going to have a little bit of a caution flag trend. Should be close enough when we go green to get your number where you need to be for those 38, 39 green flag laps. The challenge will be for these drivers at Michigan, difficult to save fuel, right? We talk about how much throttle time they are.
Not great angles of the wreck either.
It's not like you're lifting and braking. Usually at a track where you lift and brake, you can utilize that to save fuel. And then from a driver's mindset, you lift earlier, you don't touch the brake pedal, you're coasting. Maybe you can do other things to help save that fuel. Michigan, if you start doing too much of that, you'll lose position. So fine line here, but I think we're in that window.
See if these teams are up on the wall trying to get prepared for a pit stop. Looks like we're going to see some takers.
All right, yeah. See Heim's pit crew getting ready, and the 45 or 44. I can't tell which. No, that's Honeycutt. Okay.
That's what we're going to see this time, but definitely worth keeping an eye on with these leaders when they get to turn 4.
Pit road is open, and the last go around, Lane Riggs was one we talked about. Worked his way up into the top 10. He had trouble on pit road again. Something we saw last
They're trying to
week at Nashville.
fix the wall or the paint.
Damage to the wall.
All right.
They're coming your way, Josh.
Let's get the 44 off Ross Chastain. That truck has been too tight.
You know, I forgot they probably had to pit for fuel. I don't know why that escaped me.
Well, Josh, Corey Heim in the middle of your screen said our truck just shut off like it did at Miami. He said, I don't know if it's a fuel pickup.
So that's what happened. 11 had having Homestead repeats.
So they're going to try and see what that could potentially be then for the leader, Carson Hocevar. He didn't give any feedback.
Wait, why is Lane Riggs back on pit road? I thought they said he was good.
Pretty good position potentially to get a 6th career win, guys.
Hemrick, Smith, Perez, Ankrum, Tanner Gray, Wallace Allen, Riggs, Rhodes, Fenhouse, Heim.
That caught my attention when Caitlin said they had that issue where it just shut off again. Like
Some cars, truck still on pit road.
it was. He had it won, right, Michael? And he hung on. This is
He got 3rd, I think, at Homestead, despite his truck problems.
Chandler Smith on the left side of your screen, plus 10. Got to believe that was either 2 tires or even potentially gas only on those trucks. And Michael, you predicted it before these pit stops. It was going to mix the field up well.
So, I'm going to wait for them to go back around before I do. Looks like Grant Enfinger is the new leader. He hasn't won a race yet this season.
Corey Heim is and how tough it is for these drivers to make moves because there's going to
Okay, never wait. No, okay, now we have it, I think.
up toward the front that weren't there earlier.
And as you mentioned,
No, this can't be right. The leaderboard's wrong.
guys that maybe you don't know
Because
with these moves, when these moves come and when these moves at the end of the straightaways are so big, the runs, and certainly something we'll have to keep an eye on.
So I was mentioning that Lane Riggs had issues on pit road last time he came down. Let's take a look at what happened. Michael Regan, very similar to what we saw last week.
It just looks like a shock issue maybe, Regan, where the tire just doesn't fall out of the fender. And we knew he had a new truck last week, and the fact that they just didn't have the fenders where they needed to be, and it caused them problems. And we know how fast he was last week. Watch here. Again, just a little bit of problem on the right front.
Yeah, very looked like a very similar issue. This was the
yeah, tire. So they're showing from last week. Delay on getting the right front tire on and off and on.
asking the driver to turn the wheel to the left so it can clearance the fenders, but I think what we just saw today
There we go. Enfinger, Ruggiero, Craftsman, Mills, Garcia, Friesen, Breidinger, Hemrick, Chandler Smith, Andres Perez.
This running order is we're going to see Corey Heim outside the top 15. Fast trucks, guys that have been up there all day in the back. You know, Ruggiero, I'm going to look at that name, Regan, because he's been in the top 5, top 10.
How'd she get back on the lead lap? But probably free passes are probably. I digress.
He's done a good job. We'll see how that plays out in the late going for him. And the thing, Regan, that makes this so crazy is we know just things are going to get more and more intense. And now we've got fast trucks in the back, guys that haven't been so fast up front. What a mix-up this could be.
Well, Ross Chastain, one of those that just pitted on lap 86 back in 18th. Let's get an update. But first, before we do that, Josh, we are going to bring him to a halt. The red flag will come out.
Come on! I have therapy in half an hour.
So, Josh, what are you hearing now on Ross Chastain?
Yeah, so on that last stop, the plan was originally, according to crew chief Wally Rogers, to just go with fuel only. But Ross, right before they came in the pit, came over the radio and said he really wanted those 4 tires. I believe that could be the difference for them. And when that comes up, the driver wins out. So Ross got his tires, Jamie.
So he got the tires, and now he has time to sit and think about the ending to this race.
Well, and Wally Rogers, I got to imagine, you're sitting on the pit box, and your plan is to go fuel only when your driver is Ross Chastain, and we know the success that Ross has had at the top level, and of course winning the Coke 600 2 weeks ago. Your driver says he wants more tires. I think that you're going to listen at that moment. You're going to throw a little bit of an audible there and give him exactly what he wants to think that he needs to have to go to battle with at the end of this race.
Wally Rogers been around a long time. That guy sitting on the left side of the pit box. As the drivers sit in their trucks on the track, work ongoing on the safer burial. We'll step aside. 38 laps to go.
This is the quiz with balls.
Right answers win cash. Wrong answers will earn you a splash.
I don't want to get wet.
Which of these landmarks were completed in the 20th century?
I don't even know what 20th century is.
It's the most fun you'll have by the pool this summer.
Oh, praise the Lord.
Nobody knocks me down.
A quiz with balls. All new Mondays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
No one asks someone out in real life unless they live halfway around the world.
It's actually more than halfway around the world.
No, you can't get more than halfway around the world.
It's really happening.
What's wrong with you again?
Riley, you are not dating this boy.
What if that space between beginnings and endings? What if it's actually the best part? I need real, honest life. Isn't that what we're all waiting for?
Let's go. Fox Wednesdays.
Oh my god.
Gordon Ramsay is going deep undercover.
I got his lesson on the surveillance.
That is one fat rat.
I've seen enough. I'm going in. This restaurant is closed.
Wait, what?
I can't help without you wanting to change.
I have the 4.6 Google rating.
Rat droppings everywhere. Where's that on your 4.6 Google rating?
Gordon Ramsay's Secret Service. Wednesdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu. The road to 2026 starts now with the Gold Cup. The Stars and Stripes face North America's best, looking to prove they belong on the world's biggest stage. No easy path, no second chances. The Gold Cup on Fox. Rafael Devers leads the Red Sox against Aaron Judge and the rival Yankees tonight at 7:30 Eastern on Fox.
Our next Truck Series race coming up.
Pocono, my other close to home track. I mean, I'm from New York. And then they're racing at Watkins Glen later in the year, so why am I complaining? Hey, they got 4 Northeastern races on their schedule. Watkins Glen, Pocono, Lime Rock, and New Hampshire. I love the summer stretch. That's where they come to my area of the country, even though I'm going to none of the races in my area of the country because I have other racing plans. Probably going to be Richmond.
There's going to be a lot of opportunity, Michael, with these racetracks right here. Talk about Pocono that we just showed, a very unique and different racetrack drives different on all three corners. A road course, a short track, another road course, a lot of opportunity for somebody to jump up there that maybe is below that cut line and get a win if they need to.
This says truck racing to me right there. I love these trucks on the road courses, so fun to watch. And short track racing is the way most of these kids all grew up.
And you see it there, the playoffs begin in Darlington after that, just like that, guys. We're going to be kicking things off as they're continuing to fix this safer barrier, Regan.
Yeah, and what happens here, we saw how heavy the contact for Morgan Baird and Nathan Bird both was there. I'm not sure which truck it was exactly that caused this problem, but occasionally you can have a hole get poked in the safer barrier. Safer barrier is essentially metal, and then behind it you'll see at the top of the shot there just a little bit that there's some styrofoam blocks, and that absorbs the impact as these trucks hit it. But once in a while, if they hit it just wrong, there is metal on these trucks as well, and sometimes that metal can poke a hole and tear a little hole in the wall. You don't want to leave that there, because if somebody else hits it, it becomes a bigger problem throughout the course of the race. So they're just slapping a little patch up on it right there as Michael's circling the safer barriers and everything else going on. And you see the welder in action right now. This is like every construction site across America. You just figure out how to fix it when you can.
There's some styrofoam you talked about, Regan, and there's a couple of guys that have hit concrete walls, which this is the concrete wall back here. NASCAR fixes the safer barrier to the concrete wall. That 2 feet of styrofoam.
I don't like waiting.
Still here today. It's just an amazing difference that the safety innovations NASCAR's made over all the years. We talk about the cars, we talk about the seats, the Hans devices. To me, that's number one right there. Getting rid of those concrete walls, and these guys that are welding the fins back together so we get going racing. Great job by them. Let's see if we can see the impact here that causes this mess. There they go into that outside wall, upwards of 180 miles an hour. That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, the two, it's like a hit head on into the wall in turn 2.
Jamie, you made note immediately after we saw the 2 truck that it's almost shrunk down in half right there. And, you know, I've hit both types of walls before as well, Michael, and I am thankful for those safer barriers.
Well, Corey Heim, we've talked a lot about him today. He's won both stages, and he's back in 17th. Caitlin, you're with his crew chief. What are they thinking? Get the secrets.
Yeah, Jamie, well, we also heard Corey saying his truck shut off for a split second. What do you think could have contributed to that, and what is your level of concern?
Concern's a little high right at the moment. We still got 38 laps to go. Truck's fast. Corey's doing a great job. Level of concern, we're really not sure, but probably based off of things we've seen here in the past, the last half a dozen races or so, it's most likely a cam sensor. Hopefully it's not, and hopefully it was just some odd little gremlin that popped up and it worked its way out, went back to the Irish Hills, and we'll go on about our business.
All right, thanks for your time. Good luck to you. Corey Heim, been one of the better trucks throughout the course of this race. Jamie?
Thanks, Caitlin. Yeah, you go back to race number 4 on the season when we heard this same thing happen to Corey. He managed to still finish 3rd, but Michael, that's just how good his truck was before this little part, inexpensive part, ruined their day.
Yeah, he's hoping that gremlin makes an Irish goodbye to the Irish Hills. He doesn't have to worry about.
And I appreciate Scott Zipadelli, how upfront he is with stuff, right? Are you concerned at all? And a lot of times guys will tell you, no, we're not concerned when they really are, but he's telling us exactly what he's thinking right now, and that it's not good. He's worried about it very much so.
Yeah, well, Josh, last week you were interviewing Raja Caruth, who was overjoyed with the win, and today you're with him out of the care center.
Jamie, the ups and downs of racing for Raja Caruth. So, Raja, what happened there, and also how you feeling?
Yeah, Josh, that was a bummer of a day. I mean, we had a flat tire to start the race, and then spent all the first 2 stages trying to get back on the lead lap, and then there just got on the lead lap, pushing the 33, and he's leaving a big gap, and I went to the middle, and I think the 42 just didn't know I was there or what, but that's a bummer. I think our truck had good speed and showed it yesterday, and just didn't really get a chance to show it. So really bummed for all of my HendrickCars.com and Spartan Motorsports Chevy team. Thanks to Mr. H and Miss Linda. Just a bummer because I think our truck was really good, just never got a chance to show it all day. Definitely a bummer for sure.
Tough break for Raja Caruth in the 71, but helps to have that win last week, Jamie.
Absolutely. I guess that leads to, he always has a great attitude.
I was going to say, so humble and kind and gracious and thankful as a winner last week. And then equally as level-headed about unfortunate situation that took him out today. So what a mature young man that I've really enjoyed getting to know over the years.
Look at this. Grew up as a NASCAR fan, wanted to be a racer, so he starts iRacing.
You see, gets his opportunity to, as part of the NASCAR Drive for Diversity program, and just continued his way up through the ranks, right? Raja just has done such a nice job with the work effort that it takes.
Top 10 in his debut at St. Louis, and now here he is, third full season, two-time winner.
That was a statement win, too, at Nashville. We've talked all year and all day today about Corey Heim, how fast he is, how good he is. Same with Lane Riggs. He stood toe-to-toe with those guys and took them down and to win that guitar in Nashville.
And Michael, he was in 13th in points outside looking in. He gets the win. He punched his ticket. So now we have 5 drivers locked in to the playoffs and 5 spots remaining.
These guys getting a chance to take a
Still on a red flag.
And understand how intense these next 38 laps will be when we throw the green flag and get racing.
Well, it's been quite a season. 12 races in, we've had 8 different winners.
Corey Heim with 4 and Chandler Smith with 2. Corey Heim, you know, there's moments where we think that number could be 8, and certainly he's been very close. And Tyler Ankrum, of course, had been a long streak for him before he got that win finally this year.
See the Cup drivers who've stopped on over. Kyle Busch getting the win in Atlanta. Larson, Miami, and Carson Hosbar, his last truck race was at Kansas. Hoping to go back to back.
There's our playoff standings. As you see, Corey Heim's dominant season. He's put himself in such a great position as we race toward the playoffs. Those bonus points, he will keep those throughout the playoffs, and that'll help him progress from round to round if need be. But we haven't seen any reason to think speed won't be the reason why he gets from round to round. And then down around that orange line, you're above it, you're in. You're below it today, you're out. So we know how good Gio is today. Maybe he gets a win and changes the picture down there.
Now, can we get going again, please?
We remain under red here for repair on the safer barrier. They're making some good progress. Shouldn't be much longer. We'll get this race back underway.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. But when you've won it all 7 times, the trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time Motor Trend Truck of the Year winner.
Right now, with Employee Pricing Plus, purchase and get an average of $10,900 below MSRP on the 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie, plus get $2,500 bonus cash on select models and dealer inventory.
The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor tracks your glucose in real time, and over time, it can help lower your A1C. This is progress. Learn more and try for free at freestylelibre.us.
By the way, I'll have to end the stream early at 2:30.
Your choice of honey barbecue or new buffalo, layered with flavor from the top, bottom, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket. Get yours now only at DQ.
I was a little caught off guard by this partnership. Frankie's a big star, but he really does seem to get in the middle of things. Calls.
Of course we're going to be able to take this case, man. Hey, not right now, man.
Meetings. This year has started off everything, really.
But really, super stoked to have him here.
Morgan & Morgan and Muniz, America's largest injury law firm.
Applebee's All You Can Eat is back, featuring the chicken tenders you've always loved, plus double crunch shrimp and riblets, all served unlimited
Pizza.
for just $15.99, only at Applebee's.
My blood sugar is borderline. I can worry about it, or I can do something about it. New Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula works safely and naturally with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic.
Welcome back to the
We're still on a red. Come on.
Michael Waltrip and Regan Smith with you. Under a red caution, or caution was out, led to the red because of the repair on the safer barrier, but that is underway and hopefully not too much longer. Well, we've talked about a few of the guys that usually run in the Cup Series. Corey's part-time in the Cup Series now, but now he just announced he'll be with us in the Truck Series for 9 of our final 13 races.
And a healthy schedule too, right? Great racetracks. I'm glad Corey's getting to do this, and he's going to learn, Regan. He already knows this, but he's going to even be more assured of how good these truck racers are. I mean, you go up against Corey Heim, Lane Riggs, these guys week in, week out. You really respect and appreciate what they can do behind the wheel.
And I love when you get to the bottom part of that schedule, starting with Darlington. The consistency that he's going to be in the truck, right? Running the majority of the final races of the season. That gives you an opportunity for him to work with his crew chief, Alan Hart, on a regular basis and learn each other what they're saying, what Corey's going to need out of that truck. We know Corey LaJoie is very talented, and that he's got the ability to get the job done, and that consistency, I think, should potentially pay off with some wins on the second part of the schedule for that 07.
Well, I think after what happened to him in the Cup race here last year, he's got a love-hate relationship with this place. Here it is.
Oh yeah, because last year he flipped.
He just gets turned sideways on the back straightaway and just people flopping over, isn't it?
And just so surprising, right? That's not something we always see at Michigan, is a car getting upside down that easily, and just a perfect situation when they came off the corner and he got turned sideways there as he was trying to make the pass on Harrison Burton, and that little bit of contact, just that shows you how dangerous what these race car drivers are doing is, right? It can be any moment when you least expect it, something could go wrong, and that's why I got so much respect for any of these drivers out there that put the helmet on and what they do, and it's not just in the NASCAR series.
Like, what's the problem here? Like, they've been welding for about a half hour or 20 minutes or so.
It's not only a challenge, but it's not safe, right? Let's be honest with what it is. It's not safe, and they make it look easy.
Well, Grant Enfinger in that 9 truck out front right now as we sit here under the red flag condition. Let's hear from his crew chief, Josh.
Well, yeah, Jeff Stankiewicz, you got your driver out front with some track position, just topped off during that last run. So do you have enough fuel to make it to the end? And how has that truck been today?
Yeah, we really don't have enough right now. We're probably about a lap and a half short with the numbers we've been getting all day, but we've also been in dirty air, not running wide open like the guys up front have. But we've just been stuck in dirty air all day. The truck has not been driving very good in dirty air. He says it is pretty good when we do get a little clean air on it, but overall we've just not been very happy. And we felt like if we pitted there by us, we were not going to march our way to the front. So we just felt like we had nothing to lose to try this, get out in clean air, see how the truck drives. And if we get another caution, we know we're comfortably safe to make it. So there's just a chance we're going to take. We just felt like we were just stuck in 15th all day and weren't moving forward.
And we talked about this yesterday. Is this a product of having a good stretch of points races where you can take a gamble like this?
Yeah, we can. I mean, right now, knock on wood, we're good in points. We didn't get any stage points today, unfortunately. So right now, we're just trying everything we can to get the end result points for us. But we still feel comfortable on the points, but we feel a little better about taking a chance right now.
Appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the way, guys.
That's what crew chiefs do these days, Regan. No, we don't have enough gas right now. But when the cautions come out and we think they will, then we will have enough gas. So that's just the way you play the game. And I talked to Grant this morning. He was very comfortable with this truck, as Jeff was just saying, out front. But in traffic, I think he thought it was a bit of a mess. And now they've made a play to try to stay up front. Now, can the fast guys, can the Corey Himes, Ross Chastain, Hayden Honeycutt, can they fight their way through this pack before this race ends?
Yeah, and I'm curious, right? You get your driver some clean air, as Jeff Stankiewicz did right there. You get him the clean air, you get him up front, comfortable, able to get a good read on his truck, understand what it's doing, and can he save as much fuel up there? No, but we've seen these cautions are coming pretty rapidly right now, so certainly not a bad call to try something different, to try and get your first win of the season. We know that number 9 team, CR7 Motorsports, knows how to win, and Grant Enfinger certainly knows how to win, so put it in your driver's hand, you know, let him go out there and get the job done.
Michael, we've been talking about Hosvar quite a bit today. Job well done. He's led the most laps. Let's dial him up.
If we get a word. Carson Hosvar, it's Michael Waltrip and the Fox team. Do you copy?
Yeah, I got you.
First of all, congratulations on the big win in Berlin. Now you're going for the double today, the triple tomorrow. It's been a great race to watch from the TV side. How's it feel inside of that truck, and can you fight your way back to the front? we're looking good to try to go at least 2 for 2, and then hopefully go tomorrow. But you know, we got a lot more trucks in front of us now.
Well, right on. Keep digging. It's been fun to watch. Appreciate your time.
Sounds good. Thanks, buddy.
So Hocevar back in 17th. You mentioned the win earlier this week in Berlin, Michael.
Yeah, this is his home stomping grounds, and man, he had a strong truck, strong car, and he has a strong truck today, but that's money in the bank right there, Regan.
And you can see the smile on his face, right? Loves going back to Berlin and running, and what a fun racetrack in Berlin. They've done a really nice job with that facility.
Berlin is a 7/16 mile short track. The ARC will be heading to next week. That track, by the way, has no backstretch. Hey, we're yellow.
Series puts on a great race up there. As you hear the engines roar back to life, the red flag has been lifted. The repair to the wall is complete. All right, so if we have it all right, 1st through 7th stayed out. That last round of stops. 8th through 16th took fuel only. 17th, Corey Heim, the first on 4 fresh tires.
Yeah, so we've got a lot to think about here right now, right? 1st through 7th, they are on older tires. Now, given it's only a few lap older tires than what the guys behind them potentially are on right now. But they're all gambling. They're all saying, we want to take a chance on fuel, and we want to see if we can get to the end if we're going to get the cautions. Michael, when you get the guys and girls in 7th through 16th, though, a little bit different situation. Fuel only, old tires for them.
All right, if you tuned in for a horse race, you know how they line up 8 wide to go when they open the gates or on their way? You're getting ready to see a mess, just like you're going to see at the horse races, because our first 7 trucks haven't been that fast all day. And now there's trucks with fresher tires, and there's trucks with new tires, and all are going to be just bearing down on these other guys. Man, we're going to see a lot of action. I just hope they keep them straight.
How about Tony Breidinger? In 7th right now, she opted to stay out. New sponsor on board, Coach, a luxury brand. She brings new eyeballs and new sponsorship, so a new look for them. The primary here and at Talladega. So the question is, Michael, how long can she and those around her hang on?
Well, they'll do their best, but it's going to be short-lived to remain in that position. You're just trying to, I think, Regan, if you're one of those top 7 that stayed out, maybe, I mean, take Grant Enfinger and Gio aside, you're just trying to survive. You're just trying to make sure you get all you can on this restart and don't get wrecked. That was weird.
And I think there's one more, Michael, that I would add to that list. Matt Crafton, we know that he qualified 3rd earlier today. So we know that 88 truck has had some speed at different points. Has not shown it in the race, but if they've had the opportunity to work on that as the race has gone on, he may be able to stay up there. The rest of them, it will be a challenge, right? But it is also, that challenge presents an opportunity for these drivers, you know, like Matt Mills or Jake Garcia. We know that Jake's been quick at different times this year, but now it presents an opportunity to maybe play a little bit of defense early on in this run. And if you end up even 1 or 2 spots better than where you were at the point when these other trucks pitted and the caution came out, then it plays out good for you. In certain situations, as you get 3 or 4 wide, it may be an opportunity to just try and keep the wheels straight and not get in trouble also.
Well, what is Ross Chastain thinking? He's back in 18th.
I almost fell asleep. I mean, there might have been a few seconds I was out. Yeah, I figured as much.
Wow.
I don't know how you race car drivers do that.
I want to tell you, though, Jamie, he's flipped the switch now. He's wide awake because Ross Chastain knows how crazy this restart is going to be. I don't think we've seen our last caution today, kids.
And interesting, Carson Hocevar choosing to come down pit road. We saw him top it off, but we also see him right now working on the right front tire. And what they're doing is they are clearancing that fender. And I don't believe we've seen him have any contact today, but
maybe they saw
there's something they're concerned about. And that tool they're using, Michael, that's used to get the fender away from the tire a little bit.
And maybe they saw some rub or some wear on the Goodyear Eagle that they took off of that truck last stop and decided they better make a bit of an adjustment. And he's not going to lose much ground from where he was. And like I said, this is going to, just mark my words, it's going to look as crazy as you've ever seen.
All right, we're finally getting restarted after about a half hour of red flag for track repair.
For 29 laps today, we'll Gio Ruggiero. Is it his time? He decided to line up behind Grant Enfinger in that second row outside. Matt Crafton.
All right. Crafton and Enfinger, two drivers who haven't led all day. Gonna start a mixed up field now. 35 laps to go. We're green again at Michigan. Already see the truck spreading out, trying to make moves. Hemrick was the highest of those who pit. He's making a run on the inside. Matt Crafton throws the block. Enfinger out front. He takes the lead. Ruggiero to second. Here's Friesen trying to make a move on the outside. Crafton's in third.
Chandler Smith on the inside there looking for some help.
Chandler Smith falling back there.
Here comes Connor Mozak in the 81. He's so quick and he gets blocked.
See how big the runs are as they got headed into turn 3 and
Oh, Ankrum around. Honeycutt in the wall. We stay green. Thank God. Yeah, no caution. It sucks for those two. They were two of the fastest trucks all day. Honeycutt's miserable luck continuing to hamper him.
capable of maybe winning the race if things went their way. One of them has damage now, the other two losing all their track position.
Where's Hemrick? Oh, he's in third. Hemrick was the highest of those who pit. There's Matt Mills and Ross Chastain working together. 8th and 10th. There's Lane Riggs trying to shoot through the field. 1988. Himes in 14th. Now 13th. What?
The inside of Lane Riggs. That's for 12 for Corey Heim.
This got wild. You see the bright orange truck on the left side of our screen. He's going to get clipped here by the 81. Was that?
Like Connor Mozak just got a little bit sideways.
Damn, of course, most.
Of that 18 truck keeping him from crashing. I mean, that's just as good as you can do, considering what position he got put into. The 81 of Mozak loose, hits Ankrum, heads up driving there by Caden Honeycutt too, just to let Ankrum slide up and not go into the wall with him.
And certainly, Ankrum is not going to like his truck the rest of the day with that damage to the right side. These trucks very sensitive.
There's Hocevar trying to work his way back. He's got Ben Rhodes behind him as you see LaJoy dropping back as well. Heingen trying to get a run on Andres Perez. Can't take it. Hocevar takes advantage of that. And he gets around his nemesis, Corey Heim. And gets around Matt Mills and Andres Perez. Ankrum now on pit road after he spun, well, partly spun.
This is really playing out nicely for Carson Hocevar. We see a big block by Chandler Smith right there as Carson tried to go to the bottom. Carson's so strong, though. He's going to be able to maybe get this run to the outside.
Lane Riggs back in the top 10.
Ross Chastain, the left side of your screen, he restarted 19th on those new tires.
Oh, Ross pit for tires, okay.
Told his crew chief, Wally Rogers, that he wanted those tires, Michael. He made the decision in the seat and worked out pretty well for him so far. Josh?
Well, tire went down for the 45. Caden Honeycutt having a really good run today. That's a tough break for him. They got 4 straight top 10s. So that could now be in jeopardy.
Honeycutt now on a pit road.
Daniel Hemrick
Tanner Gray's up to third now.
right behind Ross Chastain. You see the biggest mover since lap 91 on the restart. Hocevar up 16 spots.
Matt Crafton's. Lane Riggs continuing to move through the field. He's up to...
Having a quiet but solid day.
Okay.
Give a shout out to Enfinger, Ruggiero, Tanner Gray. Those guys all that started up front, they're able to make the break, get away from the big heavy pack of traffic, and now have themselves in a good position as we race down inside 30 to go.
And certainly mission accomplished, right? You just wanted to hold serve as long as you possibly could. Try to make these guys with 4 fresh tires, as you see a nice move to the outside by Lane Riggs. Try to make the guys with 4 fresh tires wearing their stuff out, getting to you.
The leaderboard is still not cooperating, unfortunately.
Picks up a twofer.
That was a nice move. Grant Enfinger continues. You know, when the leader has been up front, generally we've seen tandem racing, 2 guys tight, bumper to bumper, but not
It's crunch time now. Wait, Craftsman's back to 15th? For Christ's sake. Alright, on that note, with this commercial, I'm going to go and leave the stream because I have to do some things. I didn't expect that long a red flag. Thanks everyone who showed up today. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., the Firekeepers Casino 400 for the Cup for Michigan, for the Cup Series at Michigan on Prime. Thanks everyone who showed up for today. Hope to see you tomorrow. BowserJrXD signing off. Have a good